barrier coral reef.
Currents carry so much trash to the Padre Island National Seashore. This part of the Texas coast is called the catcher's mitt of the Gulf. This 16-mile stretch of beach exemplifies the Gulf's problem with marine debris.
Padre Island National Seashore, and as a matter of fact, the entire Texas coast, is the terminus point for two major, what they call littoral currents or littoral drift along the shore. And one of those currents comes from the eastern Gulf of Mexico along the Texas coast, and the other current comes from the Mexican coast along the southern Texas coast, and they come together at what we call Big Shell. And when these two currents that go along the shore meet, anything that is found or tossed overboard anywhere in the Gulf of Mexico is carried ultimately to the Padre Island National Seashore Beach.
I have indeed seen barrels on this beach as I've passed. The Park Service is well aware of the problem. They're doing what they can to work with the boating industries, the shrimping, oil and gas companies, but the problem still persists. And it's unfortunate that the Park Service has to have their own hazardous materials waste team at Padre Island National Seashore, but indeed they do. They're well-trained people, but it's a necessary evil here to combat the continuing problem of the hazardous materials that wash up on this seashore.
One 3-year study tallied close to 100,000 tons of trash removed from the catcher's mitt. Tony Amos of Texas A&M University documents what washes up on a section of beach just north of the park, from whales to dolphins to toxic waste-filled barrels. He has done this daily for more than 26 years.
We're doing beach survey number 3,400 and something or other, and I drive the 7-mile stretch. I think there's been a certain improvement in the number of 5-gallon and 55-gallon, 5-gallon pails generally, and 55-gallon drums that wash ashore. I do count every one of those, and I have the statistics on those back at the lab. I don't have them in my head right now. There has been a lessening in that amount of material, but it still comes up. Comes up on the beach.
So, how many barrels do you think you've encountered over the years?
How many barrels have I counted over the years? Probably many thousand, tens of thousands. Not barrels so much. Mostly 5-gallon pails of oils and chemicals that are used by interests offshore.